What's up guys, Keldeo here, and I'm bringing you a Pokemon X and Y Showdown battle for you guys today. And today we are in the OU tier, and looking at team preview, I'm running this Sand team built by CTC. Looking at my opponent, and he's running a Mega Hera team. So with that being said, let's just hop off into the battle. So I'm going to lead out with my Thunderous, predicting his Breloom. It's because his Breloom can potentially be a problem. I just want to break this thing Sash. I'm just going to go ahead and go for Fly, because I'm in fact a physical Thunderous. And like I said, I just want to break this thing Sash. Despite this thing obviously running the Rock Tomb, this is fine, and he's just going to go for the Rock Tomb the following turn, take out my Thunderous. My Thunderous doesn't do too much looking at his team regardless anyway, but now that his Sash is broken, I can get a free switch into my Keldeo. I am in fact Choice Spec, so I can just click Scald. It is my safest play as it brings in his Latias, and here I am just going to pause. What I'm going to do now the following turn is looking at his team. My obvious switch into Tyranitar to potentially Super Trap this Latias is super obvious, so he could potentially switch into his Tracheon, Bishop, even his Landorus. Once again, even back into his Breloom or even his Heracross. So predicting that is double switching out into any of those 5 guys, which none appreciate a Scald. That's exactly what I'm going to go for. I'm just going to go for a Scald, predicting his double out. His actually goes out into his Tracheon, which is a nice play on me, and I do actually catch this thing with a Scald. Unfortunately, I don't get the burn. That would have been very nice to reward the play. But here, now I know he's going to go back out into the latter. I'm just going to use this time to go out into my Clefable, just try and get my rocks just so I can kill the Breloom and the Tracheon incoming with the rocks. But that's not going to be the case. He actually switched on into his Breloom now. Just goes for Mach Punch. Not too sure why I didn't go for the Spore. I guess he wanted a little bit more chip damage off of my Clefable, but that's fine. And down goes his Breloom now. In comes his Bishop. I'm going to make a little bit of a bad play actually. I actually stay in. At the same time, it's not necessarily a bad play. I knew full well he wouldn't go for the Iron Head. He would predict my switch on out. But at the same time, I didn't want to lose my my Choice Specs off on my Keldeo. So expecting that knockoff, I'm just going to stay in and go for a Fire Blast. But as you can see, I actually missed a Fire Blast. But knowing full well he's going to go for Iron Head now, I can bait him into going that. I get a free switch into my Keldeo. Once again, where I can force a whole lot of offensive pressure on my opponent now. And I am just going to decide to lock myself into the Secret Sword. It is my safest play, and it will do a decent chunk to his Latias. However, I cannot outspeed it, of course. But I'm just going to go back out into my Clefable now. It is my safest play. He's actually pulls a double, goes into his Heracross. I guess predicting that. But at the same time, I am bulky. I am very physical defensive. I do know I can live and hit from this thing. Only 5 hits coming from this Rock Blast, as you can see. But unfortunately, it gets a crit on the last turn. And the reason why this crit matters is I actually went for the Moon Blast. Had I landed in Moon Blast, it wouldn't have killed. It would have done around about 60 to 72%. But it would have put it in the range where a Scald coming from my Keldeo would kill. So now I'm forced to go for the Hydro Pump, and hopefully I hit, which I do, which is great. But unfortunately I score min damage. Very, very unfortunate. And he's going to be able to wipe out my huge threat with close combat. So that's nice for him. So now what I'm going to do is just decide to go into my Escudero just to try and revenge kill this thing. As he's actually going to make the smart play now, just sacrifice his Tracheon. Use his thing as Death Fodder just to get a free switch. And now he's going to go out into his Latias. And this is a good play for him, but I actually expect him to just go for Defog just to try and get rid of the rocks and preserve his Latias and his Heracross. So I'll make the switch into my Mega T-Tar, just to try and set up, but it reveals the Healing Wish. Very nice play indeed. He's going to be able to pass this on to his Heracross, this huge threat, which unfortunately should have been out of there, but hacks happens and I can't control that. So expecting the close combat come in, I'm actually going to make the switch on out into my Dragonite. And at the -1 defenses, I am actually running the Fire Punch, sorry. And after the sand damage, I was kind of hoping this would kill. I'm not too sure if it was a roll, but either way, I'm just going to click it. Regardless, he goes out into his Bishop, predicting the Outrage, but that's not going to be the case. And after the damage, I can just the 5 points damage, I can just go for the E-Speed. I do score a crit. Definitely doesn't matter as I did a calc after, and the E-Speed does 18% minimum damage anyway. So that's nice. So now down goes his Bishop. In comes his Heracross now. All I really need to do is sacrifice my Dragonite and just get damage off on his Heracross to the point where I can take it out with my Escudero. The reason why I need to take it out with my Escudero as opposed to taking it out with my Tyranitar is my Tyranitar is my win condition at this point, because I'm a Mega T-Tar and I'm in fact packing Ice Punch. So I do know I can live any hit and retaliate back. And then depending on what variant Landorus he is, I'm not too sure if I can take it out at -1. Thanks to Intimidate, so I need to make sure he actually intimidates my Escudero. So like I said, he did just take out my Dragonite there with the Rock Blast, but it just gives me a free switch into my Escudero, like I said, so I can just easily take this thing out. And his last Pokemon is his Landorus. He can only intimidate my Escudero now, which is perfect. And I can actually scout out what kind of Landorus set this is. And as you can see, he does in fact outspeed, revealing his Scarf, take him out with the EQ, which is perfect, as I do know Mega T-Tar can live a Scarf EQ coming from a Landorus. And like I previously mentioned, I'm running the Ice Punch, and I can just go ahead and retaliate back with an Ice Punch, and that's going to be the game. So a very close 1-0, some pretty nice plays, and a very good battle. I really do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. Stay tuned for potentially more of these in the future. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.